I appreciate the Minister for the feedback he has given to the House. In the last couple of days, we have been harassing him for this response, and I'm hoping he didn't take it personal. It's just that he's the duty bearer, and he's the one we had to harass to execute this mandate. Like you, Mr. Speaker, even as I was harassing the Minister here, I normally follow up to reach out and engage how far, what's happening. And so he gave me an update as well. And I said, okay, at least there is some progress. What's for sure is that the interns have been saying, no, we deserve a lot more. The 1 million that has been the case for quite some time now. In fact, there was a time when government paid them a lot more for one financial year and then went back to 1 million shillings. And so they are saying, surely with inflation and passage of time and so on, 1 million 5 years ago is not the same today. And it has been one of the issues they have been raising. So I hope that in your continuous engagements, that can get to be incorporated. At least we are glad that government has acknowledged the fact that these interns are medical doctors. They are out there doing this work and they need to be facilitated. We are past that stage because the acknowledgement has happened. When government says, okay, we're going to give them 1 million shillings net, for me that is acknowledgement that they need to be facilitated. Now going forward, in your engagements, and I would like to encourage the Minister, that engagement you had with them should not be the last. Hopefully you can keep engaging with them so that you understand them better, the idiosyncrasies, the nature of work that they do now, because, Honourable Minister, I'm sure you graduated like what, maybe 40 years ago. Times have changed. A lot has changed. You know, the terrain is different. Many of them are in far to rich places. And so 1 million shillings or that kind of thing many years ago cannot be the same today. So please keep engaging them and let the conversation be, how do we facilitate them better? You have started now by acknowledging, yes, they need to be facilitated, but that needs to be improved. They're saying the work they do, things are expensive, the places they've got to go and rent, up country, wherever they are. So there should be a conversation about this money being increased. But also finally, Mr. Speaker, the Minister has told us that this particular rescinding of that policy is for this cohort, of that provision is for this particular cohort. That worries me because that means I will be back here maybe next year to complain again because you'll be saying, no, that was for this particular cohort. So next year we are moving on to something different and to totally, remove this facilitation. I hope that now in your engagements with government, now that you're preparing a report, that you get to say, no, we need to, going forward, continue to facilitate these people so that it doesn't apply only to this cohort. So I hope it's not just for this cohort and then going forward you say, no, we will not facilitate them going forward. No, it should not just be for this cohort, but like I'm saying, going forward, let's have a discussion about facilitating them better. And government can afford to do this, I believe. When we prioritize and say healthcare is important and these people have qualified, let's pay them better, what is deserving of them. That now should be the next conversation we get to have. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You don't need to go into commitments and just you can use 1 minute because my time is very, very limited.
So thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Just clarify a few things in 1 minute like you have guided. Did I take it personal? No. At one point, I was the most abused minister in this country when I used to be a spokesperson for the government. But we never take these personal. These are issues of duty, so leader of opposition, don't mind. Now, I just want to clarify one thing. What we suspended was that provision on facilitation of the interns for 6 months, pending the comprehensive review we are going to do. But the policy remains. That's why even the tabled it and laid it on the table for Parliament. So the comprehensive policy remains, and it is a good policy, like I said in my remarks. And we shall carry out comprehensive consultations, including the Committee of Health and the members of Parliament, so that we address those issues of the welfare of the human resource for health. I think the issue of, yes, senior house officers, these are doctors who are doing master's programs. They also face the same challenge. They will be part of the comprehensive review that we are doing. Accommodation. Some hospitals have accommodation for the interns, but because of the growing numbers, you will find some are accommodated, others have to rent. We are going to work.
Honourable Minister, conclude, Honourable Minister.
So we are going to work with the directors of the various hospitals where these interns are deployed, so that we help with the management of the hospitals to get accommodation which is near enough and safe enough, because we would not want any of these interns to die, like our chair has said, because he's staying in an area which is not safe or maybe far from the hospital. So we are going to work with the management of the various hospitals to ensure that our interns are safe and also they live where possible as near the hospital or within the hospital premises as much as possible. Maybe for the leader of opposition, I didn't qualify 40 years ago. I'm a young man. I graduated, for the record, I graduated, I joined Makerere in 1990 and completed 1995. I didn't repeat, so.
I hope Honourable Senyonyi was already born by then.
Yes.
I hope
So, by that calculation, I am the bridge which connects the young and the old. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Now,